there, good afternoon to the wonderful cohort of Using Generative AI in Teaching and Learning's cohort for the summer of 2024. Coming to you for your regular AI Yai, which I now can say a little easier, update. Hope you're well. I hope you were looking forward to a holiday coming up, as well as hopefully a good weekend after. But I wanted to come to you today with our regular weekly update where we talk a little bit about where we've been, we talk about what's next, and then we take a look at one of the AI design assistant tools that you can use right now in your courses. So all that being said, we are pleased as punch about the time and effort you're taking into providing critical thoughts, analysis, reflection when submitting your activities and assignments in the course. In specific, this past week on the 16th, you had the second part of your first module assignment was due, and that was the case study analysis. Boy, wow, those are some great analyses that were submitted. I specifically think there's a common denominator across many of them, and that is that many of you saw great potential in the use of AI, but you also talked about the need for a relative understanding from all parties, guidance, speaking into where AI is headed and not just letting it run free. But you did see potential. And I think at the end of the day, that's amazing. I love how you thought about how all that worked, looking at each of the different studies that we had there. Some of you commented around, how while you still may not use it, you can understand, and that's okay. That is definitely okay. But what I do want to reflect back to you is just keep doing it, keep talking about it, keep investing yourself in these activities, so that when you invest yourself in your students around this, they have that same bit of understanding. Okay? Great. So let's talk about what's coming up next week. And the due date for this coming Sunday is the ethical considerations in generative AI. And this is a really good one. This is a thought-provoking module, I believe, and one that I think that can be beneficial to you as you think about the possibility of how do you go about solving some of those problems around ethical consideration. What kinds of things can I do to mitigate or to work through problems that I think are arising in the use of generative AI? So please take your time, as always, work through the module. You have until Sunday, obviously, and get through it and then submit your activity. After that, obviously, that's going to be the 23rd when those are due. And then the next Sunday is Module 3, Implementing Generative AI in Education. We'll talk more about that next week, but feel free to work your way through it. So let us now talk about one of the other tools in this particular thing, and that's the Blackboard Design Assistant and how I can be using it now as an instructor. Today, we're going to focus on rubric. Rubric generation is one of those things where it's not something many of us like to spend lots of time on, although we know that it's worthwhile to do so, right? The more I can show my students what success looks like before they get to the assignment, the better they are. But many times it's a lot. It seems like it's extra work. One of the best value adds of the design assistant is its ability to help you really put your rubric together so you can make some quick edits and make it the final form. And I hope you'll see. I'm going to do a little bit of one in action. I'm going to do a reflection assignment where I actually paste my prompt or my assignment instructions in the box that shows me how to generate it, right? If I don't paste anything in the rubric, it's just going to pull from the name of the course if I'm doing it from my grade book, or from the name of the activity if I'm doing it from right in the building the assignment. So in this case, I am actually in the grade book of my course, and I went to my cog on the upper right hand side right here, and I am going to, let me make sure I can. Oh, you know what? I'm going to increase what I'm looking at so you can actually get a good view of what's happening back here. So here I am in the gradebook settings for this course, and I'm going to scroll on down to my rubrics. And here I have options to just create it manually or to generate. So I'm going to choose generate, but I'm going to be more particular about the result because I'm going to use that description box or that big text box that can take like 40,000 characters and paste in my prompt, paste in the instructions, what I want them to do. So I'm going to choose generate, and it's a paper, a reflection paper, and I'm going to paste it in, and I'm going to say, you know what, I want it to be points based, and I'm going to go with columns 4, that's fine, rows 3, and I'm going to choose generate. And now it's going to stop doing what it was doing to begin with and create or generate the rubric for my text that I just put in there. So now you'll see that it's taken everything from my assignment, the kinds of things it pulls out of the prompt, and places them into this reflection. So content knowledge, critical thinking, organization and structure, language mechanics, that kind of a thing, right? So this is a starting point, is what I like to think of it with these rubrics for me, where I can choose to accept it, make some edits in my description, and maybe change it to where I want it to be more. Remember, when you're working with generative AI, it's more a conversation than a one-off, right? If you don't get what you want from that first feedback from it, mess with your text. Try to fine-tune it and hone it to get your results the way you want it to be. It's an ongoing conversation. In this case, let's say I want this particular rubric. I can hit continue. It then has generated a points-based rubric. Right now, it's 4 times 4, so it's a 16-point rubric as total. But now I can actually get in and make changes either to the criteria or to the names of each of the exemplary, the ratings, proficient, developing, and emerging. And then I can come in and change the point values as well as the actual individual criteria. So again, I can then apply this rubric to my assignments because I've created it here inside the course. But it's just a leg up. It's just a quick way to maybe make your day a little bit more efficient when it comes to putting together all this stuff. So that's your AI Design Assistant tool for today. I hope you enjoyed the AI Yai. I know I got it wrong. Update for the day. And I look forward to going over and perusing, if you will, your ethical dilemma analyses in the next unit. So keep up the great work. We love interacting with you, and I hope that you have a great rest of your week. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.